Okay, so this first screencast is just on leg design, like designing a leg. It's going to be pretty quick. And then the second one will be longer. That'll be getting the legs onto the body. But the first one sort of breaking it up into two smaller parts. So leg design. Leg can be almost anything for your bugs, but I like to go to the shape generators over here, not in the basic shapes, and use what's called, in the featured one, use what's called the extrusion. Don't use the tube as a leg. That one I know for sure. There's a lot of, if you're curious about things you can use for legs, definitely ask me. I find this shape to be the most successful. So I bring out an extrusion. I'm going to look at it from the top view by clicking the top box here, and I'm going to focus in on it by heading Fit View to Selection. And I'm going to change it from switch to flat view. So right now we're in perspective mode. I'm going to switch to flat view. That just shows me flat. So the way the extrusion works is that I can push and pull these nodes and these control bars and sort of change what the shape of this top of this cylinder looks like. So I'm just going to use this. It's really great at making legs for our Hexbug project. So I'm just going to sort of pull this out. I have some leg samples that you can already pre-made ones that you can use, or you can design your own. So I'm going to kind of make my leg sort of have a pointed spot right there, kind of bend this over like so. Give this a good thickness. That looks good. And then we might bump that one out a little bit. Okay, so there's my leg. And the first thing I want to do is you want so it prints well, you want to really make sure that things are good thicknesses. So right here, this is sort of the thinnest part of the leg. And it's good to sort of check what the thickness of that is. So I can just go to my solid box, make it transparent, and you can see right here that this leg is about 1, 2, 3.5, so 3 millimeters thick. So that's pretty thin. I would say if it's around 3 or under, you want to make your Hexbug leg about 2.5 millimeters thick. If it's thicker than that, you can make it 2 millimeters thick. So I'm just going to go back to my solid, take the transparency off. So I'm going to bring this leg down. So there's 3 millimeters. There's 2. If your leg is thicker than this, like thicker than 3 millimeters, you can make it 2. But otherwise, I'd make it like 2.5 millimeters thick by clicking and typing in the top box. And that sort of gives you a good thickness for a leg. And I can change the height of this leg and a whole bunch of things, but I think I like how this one looks. And if you want to just sort of make a fun looking leg, you could always just take this and duplicate it, and kind of do some fun stuff. Kind of take another shape. I'm going to rotate this one. Kind of get it in a fun spot. Kind of gives it that little extra bump. Obviously, that's going to make the leg a little thicker now. So I could group these. And I could probably, now that this leg is thicker, I could probably bring this leg down to just 2 millimeters thick. And that would be a pretty good leg. So that's kind of a fun looking leg. Looks like there's a little hole right there, but I'm not too worried about it. So that's the quick one on leg design, using the extrusion, getting it the right thickness. And then the next one's going to be on moving and placing the leg on the body. Okay. Good luck.